Hello, my friends. Welcome to my buyer's guide in purchasing the best smartphone in 2021. Actually, this buyer's guide can be also be used in 2022 because I'm now releasing this video at the end of 2021. The most important thing about buying a cell phone is not only the specs, but the value that the cell phone gives to you. Because all of us are very busy with earning money, working hard to save some money, and also the phone's features are progressing very fast. And if you, for example, this year buy a high-end cell phone, it would be an old phone next year. So we have to focus on making the best decision. At the beginning, we can check out what's the most important aspects in a cell phone. Here, I put some of my own ideas about the important aspects, like camera. As you can see these days, many cell phones are focusing on the cameras. They use triple cameras, at least two cameras, wide and ultra wide cameras, and etc. The second one is the processor and the performance of the cell phones, which is very important because as you use the cell phones can become a little bit more slow, and that's why we need to buy a cell phone which is future proof. Battery and charging is the third thing that I want to talk about it because we don't want to end up the day with multiple times of charging our cell phone. And the display is the fourth thing that we will talk about it. And on the fifth aspect, I want to talk about the build quality and the endurance. And last but not least, the extra features. I don't want to make a very long video. I just want to give you the most important parameters in a cell phone. If you want to buy a cell phone, about the camera, you just need to know that these days the cell phones should have at least dual rear camera. One of them should be wide camera and the other one should be ultra wide. Of course, there are some cell phones with telephoto lens that it is an advantage, but keep in mind, without having two cameras like wide and ultra wide, it's not a good safe decision for the year 2021. And about the video quality, you should know that the rear camera should take at least 4K 60 frames per second, and the front or selfie camera should take 1080 at 30 frames per second at least. These are the minimum specs I'm telling you that one by one we go further and make a very good decision. About the processor and the performance of the cell phone, the CPU is different from the Android and Apple products. For example, in the Apple products, in my opinion, A14 Bionic, which is used in iPhone 12, is a safe decision. And for Android phone, Exynos 2100, Snapdragon 888, and Google Tensor can be a very good processors that you can use at least for 3 years without having any problem. About the RAM, it's again different from Android and iPhones. For Android, you need at least 8 gigabytes to be in the safe side, and for iPhones, 4 gigabytes is enough. And the storage, I have to tell you, it is rare to see in the cell phone industry 64 gigabyte as a storage, but still I want to emphasize that in my opinion 120 gigabytes should be the minimum storage because the video qualities are very high and you can just one video, 1 GB of your space would be full. Battery and charging is the next thing I want to talk about. In Android phones, in my opinion, you have to use at least 4,000 milliampere hour. And for Apple phones, 2,400 milliampere hour. This is what I think is needed that you can end up the day with 20% or 30% of battery remaining. The things also which is important in cell phone is the charging, how fast the cell phone can be charged. So fast charging is an advantage when you want to see if a cell phone can be charged fast. It should have at least the charging capability of 25 watts. And another advantage of the cell phones that can have is wireless charging and also reverse wireless charging. That with reverse wireless charging you can charge your other headphones or your watch or also other phones. It's handy, but it's not necessary. If it has, it's an advantage. The display of the cell phones also is very important because you want to enjoy using your cell phone. So the AMOLED should be a necessary in this regard because LCD is obsolete. So let's focus on AMOLED. And the refresh rate for the year 2021 should be minimum 90 Hertz. 60 Hertz is not a good option. We can have the 90 Hertz, 120 Hertz, and more. Let's keep in mind that 90 Hertz is the minimum one, that you want to purchase a phone with these aspects. The resolution also should be minimum 1080 to 2340 pixels, that you can enjoy using your cell phone. About the build quality and endurance, as you can see in the market, there are many cell phones from plastic ones to metal and glass ones. Logically, the metal and glass ones are more durable and they are in a better build quality. Some of them has also aluminum frame, so this is a good point about these phones. What I want to talk about is the protection of the display as well. In my opinion, it is regarding to the build quality. Gorilla Glasses is protecting your display, so Gorilla Glasses 6 minimum is a must for your front or back glass. When the cell phone has Gorilla Glasses Victus, it's an advantage. For iPhones, they have a scratch-resistant ceramic glass that it can be comparable to Gorilla Glasses Victus or Gorilla Glasses 6. So in conclusion, in this category, we prefer a cell phone that is not made of plastic. It's made up of glass and metal, and it can be used Gorilla Glasses to protect the display, front display and back display, front glass or back glass. One of the other things that is important in this category is the IP68 dust and water resistant. Not all the phones has this capability, but if the phone has this feature, it's very handy and you can be confident to use your phone in rainy weather or in pool. And there are also some extra features that maybe you are focusing on. For example, if you want to use only iOS operating system, they have some individual features which is only regarded to iOS. Or if you want to use Android, it's up to you. This is about your decision. But for example, some cell phones has their own individual features like live translation or Magic Eraser instant voice typing, which is belonging to Google. Or in iPhone, you have a cinematic mode, which can blur the background while shooting a video. Or you can use Samsung S Pen in high-end Samsung phones like S21 Ultra. And each phones or each companies has their own special features, which is Up to you to decide which one interesting for you more. In the next video, I compare my top 5 phones and I tell you the reasons for my choice, why I choose these 5 phones. And then the most important thing is I compare the prices of these phones with each other. That is the most logical decision for you to make for purchasing a phone in this year. Thank you very much for hearing me, and I hope you enjoy. Please write me in the comments what you want to know more, and if you have any suggestion, I'm all ears. Thank you very much. Till then, bye.